Hello, this is Louise Hay, and welcome to the final lesson of the Healing Path to Abundance. This is lesson 10, and it's about the ongoing path. And so you've probably already had experiences on this journey. If you've been taking your time with this process and these lessons and doing the exercises and the things that I suggest, then you'll have already had experiences of growing abundance and had lessons maybe and things that you needed to kind of keep in check and have more awareness about from it. And I just want to let you know that this is always an ongoing process. It never ends. There is no end to expansion and to new experiences that we can have. There is no goal. You might think that you want to be a millionaire or something, and that when you get $1 million you're just going to stop, and that's just not the case, because when you get to $1 million you're going to have even more desire from the experiences that you've had to grow and expand from there too. And even when you get to $1 billion, it's the same thing. It opens you up to a whole new experiences, and you're going to want to grow from there. Remember, the law of attraction brings the people around you that match you, and so you're going to get more and more ideas, more and more opportunities come through that you can use your abundance for. You're going to be able to reach more people with your work and constant expansion. There are no limits in the universe. There's no limitations to source. There's no limitations to our higher self. Our higher self grows with us. With every desire and every expansion that we have, our higher self is growing itself. Source is like everybody's higher selves all put together, and so it's constantly expanding as everybody expands in their own way, and all the higher selves are like pulled together that make source, and it just gets bigger and bigger. And so you can never reach a goal. There's no goal to reach. There's no enlightenment. You can't get to a point where you're matching source. You just keep on getting closer and closer and closer to it, and the closer you get, the further away it gets, because it's constantly expanding. And so, just as when somebody runs a mile much faster than anyone else has ever run it, and then straight afterwards other people manage to do that, and then so a limitation is broken and it's expanded, and then somebody else runs even faster than that, and then a few other people join it. So when these limitations are broken, it expands and expands and expands. And we've seen this with technology, we've seen it with personal things, we've seen it in so many ways. The things that are possible these days are hugely expanded from what was possible years ago. And this always happens. It happens within you, it happens outside of you, it happens with everybody else. And so it's good to know that, because there is no goal. There's no point that you're going to get to that you're going to think, that's it, now I can stop. In fact, there's not going to be retirement for you, really. Because when you are operating from your heart, when you're in the flow, why would you ever want to stop what you're doing? If what you're doing is the thing that brings you so much joy, you would never stop doing it. You just want to keep on going with it. And so it's very unlikely that your body's going to fail you in that respect. Like, why would your body fail you? Because it has no lessons to give you, because you're in the flow. You're being aware of the healing path all the time. You're keeping a check on your emotions. You're keeping a check on balance. You're aware of everything, and so you're just not going to get sick. Like, I don't get sick anymore. In fact, a few days ago I started having little symptoms of a cold, and that was just because I got really hyper about some things that were going on in my life, and it just served us. As soon as I got those symptoms, it reminded me, bring that emotion back down to balance again. And as soon as I did that, as soon as I did things to bring myself back down again, the symptoms disappeared straight away, and so I didn't need to experience the cold. I just needed to sneeze a few times and think, oh, something's going on here. And so when you really get involved with the healing path to anything, and so if you'd like to do my other programs too, and I'll be making many more of these programs, and so there's already the healing path to soulmate at the time of this recording, and there'll be many more programs that I'm putting together to help people manifest what they want to manifest and understand the healing path to get there. And so when you're aware of that, you'll realize that you just want to keep on going with it, because it's joy. You know, there's nothing that's going to stop you. It's interesting to know this. Doctors and scientists and people that kind of observe other people and what's going on with them might look at somebody. So say, look at a 110-year-old yogi. Okay, a yoga teacher who is just so passionate about what he's doing that he's reached the age of 110 and he's still teaching. And everyone says, wow, that's amazing. Yoga keeps you young. Yoga stops you from getting old beyond your time. Yoga keeps you healthy. You can live longer with yoga. And that's not the case at all. The reason that person has lived longer and is healthy and still able to function is because it's his passion. He's living his passion. He's living his passion with purpose, and he's doing what his spirit really wants him to do. And so he can last longer, he can keep going and carry on doing what he wants to do. His health won't fail him, and he'll just keep going. Until his spirit says, okay, enough of this lifetime, let's go to the next lifetime and see what we can achieve in that lifetime. And so you can take somebody else whose passion is healing. You could take me and put me in that life of that person, and no amount of yoga is going to keep me young. If you made me be a yoga teacher and I had to do that 5 days a week instead of doing this healing work, I would get up in the morning on a Monday and I would be thinking, no, not again, I've got to go to work. On Wednesday I'd be thinking, oh, hump day, I can't wait for the weekend and have some time off. On Friday I'd probably be in the pub drinking to try and numb the feelings of being disappointed with my week and be feeling exhausted, because when you're not in the flow and you're not doing your passion, it just exhausts you doing that. And then at the weekend I'd probably, do the things that I really enjoy doing, and then have to start it all over again. That would give me illness, that would shorten my life, it would make me want to retire and stop, and when I'd retired and stopped, I would probably die quickly afterwards because I haven't been living my passion, but there's no need for me to live if I'm not going in the direction of my higher self anymore, and so everything would fall down, and every single person, if anybody else was put in anyone else's life path, would be the same. And now knowing that, it's so important to live your passion and purpose and your spirit's path, your spirit's mission, and that every single person's mission is different and their life path is different. Why do something that you're not enjoying? Really, that's just so off path. But it's saying that it's not good to kind of jump and throw it all away before you're feeling good about making the changes too. And so if that's the case with you, if you're not following that life path yet, if you feel like what you're doing is not fulfilling to you and you feel kind of trapped in it, then it's time to start aligning yourself with making the changes of actually getting out of there. And so with me, when I gave up my corporate job, that process took me a while to get comfortable with it. And so first of all, I was thinking, I really don't like this anymore. It's not challenging me. I'm finding it boring. I don't like the environment. I don't like that I'm not doing the healing work that I'm doing. I don't really like the people I'm working with. I'm not aligned with them. They're really into what they're doing and I'm not. I think it's pointless. And so I got to this stage where I was really feeling bad about it, and then deciding it's like, well, actually, I don't need to be doing this. The money isn't enough to keep me going on this. And when I made that decision, I started feeling good about moving on and doing something different. When I actually went to my manager and said, I'm handing in my resignation, I don't want to do this anymore, and they offered me more money to stay, I said, quite honestly, there's no amount of money that you could give me to make me stay and carry on doing this, because my spirit isn't in it. I've got passions and I need to go and do those now. And it felt so good to be able to say that, and to be so clear within myself that it's like, this is not about the money. It's like, I could have stayed doing that and I just wouldn't have been happy, and I would have had money but I wouldn't have been happy, and so there's not much point in that. And so get clear before you make changes. Feel good about something before you make changes. In fact, don't do anything until you're feeling good about it. I've said that before in the classes, and it's really important. It's really important to know this is an ongoing process, and please use this class and go back through it. Keep it safe. Keep all of the list of these videos safe, and so you can go back through it when you feel like going back through it. And that's because this is not a one-off process. As your abundance level raises, you're going to hear different things from me when you listen to these courses again and classes videos again. And if you go back through the process, you're going to learn even more because you're applying what you've already experienced, and you've got more access to higher truth in what I'm talking about because of this. And so keep it and keep on going through it again and again and again. Come along to the webinars and discuss it with me. No matter how long it's been since you've done the class, if you want to go back through it again, come along to the webinars. I'll always be available. I'm not going to go and do something else because this is my passion, so I'm always going to be available. And you're going to be able to afford me because as my abundance is going up, your abundance is going up too, and so you'll be able to afford me. And so keep the process going, keep it alive, keep that intention of experiencing abundance alive in yourself. Because I'm telling you, when you do this and when you really get into the flow and when the universe is working alongside you, because you are aligned with the way that the universe is working, you're aligned with your higher self, you're working from your spirit, you're producing great value in the world, you're receiving great value back, doors are opening, people are all around you that are supporting you and wanting to lift you up even further because you're lifting them up too, and you're going to want to just carry on with that process because you're going to experience and realize just how much more you have to give when you are allowing yourself to receive. Everybody's like a cup, and if your cup's empty or only half full and you pour it out and give it away to somebody, you're going to be completely depleted. But if your cup is full and overflowing and you're constantly pouring into it, you can give the overflow out. You can give that overflow of energy out without depleting yourself, and that is the way to live life. And so hopefully I have convinced you the importance of abundance and why you really want it in your life, and you've gone through the process of allowing yourself to embrace that and actually experience it. And I wish you all the best with your journeys, and I'm hoping to see you all grow and expand and really start living life with amazing consequences, giving great value, receiving great value back. And remember, if you can't receive the value back, it's just going to keep you down. And so please start to receive value back for what you do, and you're just going to see so many changes occurring in your life because of this. I hope that I've inspired you with this. Please share this, not share the videos with your friends, because if you share this with your friends without them actually paying to do this class too, then they're going to get lessons from that because that's unbalanced. And so, but please tell friends and people that you know, because if you have the intention to want to experience abundance and learn about that, then law of attraction has brought the same people around you, and it's likely that there's a lot of people around you that want that same thing. And so tell them about this class and get them to come along with you. As you grow with your peer group together, there's going to be so much more support. As I said, when you've got a combination of people who are all vibrating at the same level, who all want the same things, who are supporting each other, loving each other through it, it's just 1,000 times the manifestation energy. And so get your people around you, get them, everyone doing this, share this with your family, get them doing it alongside of you, and let everyone be raised up at the same time. So enjoy this process, and as I said, do it as many times as you can. Keep on going through it, keep on going over it, and know that it's never done. It will never be done. There's always more to learn. There will always be more to learn about abundance, and there'll be always more to learn about yourself. There's always more alignment with your higher self to do, and there's always more to experience. So I wish you well on your journey, and thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much, not just for giving to yourself to do this, but for giving to me too, and for me receiving back from the energy that I've put into this class. And I've put so much energy into these classes because I really want to share what I've learned with everybody, with all the people who resonate with me, who want to learn about the healing path to abundance. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Bye.